Hi, and welcome to Saturday Morning Movie Club. We are back for Season 2, Episode 2, and we have our guest, Mike Wendt. And I forgot for last episode to introduce us again. Kara White, Adam White, as per usual. And continuing the theme for our show this season, I don't know how many episodes we're going to make it, but I have my other Japanese movie shirt on. It's Kill Bill.
Solid.
Felt appropriate.
Mike's got a Cleveland shirt on. I have no film shirt on today. I feel like I didn't plan, but
well, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely, and as true freelancers, we're day drinking.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's Saturday morning.
Freelancers, days don't matter.
Nothing matters anymore.
That's true.
Well, we are in Cleveland, and the big thing that's coming up for film lovers, is the Cleveland International Film Festival, which is a giant deal.
Why is it Mike, you're knee deep in that festival for years and years and years. Why is it a big deal this year?
This year is the 50th anniversary, and it's really going back to its roots. So it's including the Cedar Lee Theater, which is where it started.
That's awesome.
50 years ago. So it's exciting that it's going concurrently at Playhouse Square and the Cedar Lee. It also has some screenings this year at CSU's very nice auditorium in the film school. They're also going to be doing some panels there. I know I just kind of helped arrange one that they're going to have some of the department heads from the film Buddy, which shot here.
Yeah.
So they're going to be talking about that Friday afternoon before it plays.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Which Adam worked on Buddy as well.
Worked on Buddy.
We've discussed that on the
we'll
show
be
before.
going to see that.
We have our tickets.
Yeah,
we have
all set to go for Buddy. All set to go for Slowburn Shoot that Adam Wilde directed about
wrestlers,
amateur, professional wrestling. How would you classify?
I would say it's professional.
It's professional,
wrestling.
but like it's minor.
Not on the
yeah.
And I'm not trying to be insulting. It's just how the whole tier system works.
Yeah, it's AIW, which is a Cleveland-based promotion. So they do get people who are from AEW and WWE who will come and and do matches, like one-off matches and everything.
Big name that night.
I'm excited. I'm going to be doing the Q&A for that film.
I was going to say, for the Q&A, if Adam Wilde doesn't get hit in the face with a chair.
I don't know what we're doing.
Make that 4D.
I know. I should think of a shoot for this.
Yeah. Can we get
I think there needs to be a trampoline on stage at least.
There needs to be a serious discussion about a wrestling match breaking out during the Q&A. I don't know if that's hiring people or what needs to happen.
That is, as the kids would say, good ink.
I don't know if you've seen on their social media though. He did like a live promo.
I saw that he was in the ring.
Yes,
that's fun. Yeah.
Saw
a ready-made audience.
Headlock, I think.
Or
a slap or something.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
That's awesome.
In connection, kind of with being independent filmmakers and all that. That this has been happening a fair amount lately. That film, after it plays in Cleveland, is going to go on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
which is like harkens back to like old school Kevin Smith type stuff.
Or even further, and you talk about the 50s with like the Tingler and like those.
the roadshow stuff.
Yeah.
It's an interesting landscape right now that I think people are trying. It feels like everyone's trying to find mini models that could work, as opposed to what occurred 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, 'cause it almost sounds like, and it's weird because there's so many documentaries on all these streaming services, but from what I've heard, in some of the documentary landscapes, some of these like independent ones they're not being snatched up as much for distribution. So it's good if you can have that organic travel to all the independent theaters of whatever particular town. I know the Akron Nightlight's one of the stops on that tour. So I hope it gets some traction for them because I know that as you both know, documentaries are such a labor of love, and I think he mentioned to me it was like a 10-year project.
Oh yeah,
I
remember.
He's been pegging away at that for a while.
For a long it was a long time ago. It's just like some documentaries just take a while to.
Yeah, I'm always.
Get it.
happy, and even outside of documentaries, like Hundreds of Beavers is a
Yes.
very like I think probably people are watching that as a business model of now it's not a documentary, but it's a slapstick comedy, but.
Yeah.
Bypassing, because when we speak with people, they're like, avoid streaming because you'll just never make any money and all this. And now it's like how people can take control of their own pieces of work and take it directly to, Hundreds of Beavers would have a great college backing that people could go and see that.
Yeah.
And certainly a wrestling show has a built-in audience.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like you can do a lot with that, like pairing it with a live wrestling event or something.
Yes.
For those of our viewers that don't know what Hundreds of Beavers are,
See that.
it is awesome.
Yes.
Highly recommend it. It's like a live action Looney Tunes.
Now, if you ever, when I saw that film, the director was there, and he had people dressed up like beavers, like running throughout the audience, and it just added
awesome.
so much to the experience, and I was blown away that it was sold out. That I was just like, how did people hear about this? I mean, it was like back in like early 2024, but their online presence is
very strong. They got I know
they're
that
figuring it out.
I know they paid for some promotional work, but like Variety wrote them up. Like, how does that happen?
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
it's incredible.
Good. I mean, good work out to them.
Yeah.
Just real quick.
Oh.
It's like
Sorry.
pointed above you.
Somewhere-ish. Hey, there's only nobody's running the show.
This is all the people in the building.
We're running the show. Wait, what movie is that from? I gotta think about what that. I was thinking of Dusk Till Dawn when Harvey Keitel he's like, I don't remember what he says, but it's something.
I'm running the show.
Yeah. Because he's like, they're gonna kill us, Dad, the first chance they get. It's like, no. Sorry. I also go back to there's a Buffy thing that went by where they're like, when I say pop culture reference and say sorry, nobody understands what I'm talking about. So I need to start doing that with this, but like film quote. I'm sorry. Nobody knows what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've been on most sets that people stare at me with no
all the
knowledge.
time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
We're starting to really get the generation gap thing going.
Oh yeah.
Especially,
None of us have watched Raiders, old man. Like, don't bark at me. That sounds like a you problem.
They don't even
Go
know
out
what
there.
Raiders is.
Jesus Christ.
I like the polite laugh where they're just like, and I'm like, you have no idea what I'm
What
doing.
is Raiders of the Lost Ark? You
They're
must answer.
immediately Googling, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the classes we teach are movie classes.
yeah.
Like, what'd you watch this weekend? Crickets.
I think they're
Come
just
on.
shy. Like, they do end up saying things, but
It's a producing class. We told them the opposite of producing is being shy.
I know, but-
that will not serve you well.
they're still in school.
They don't know yet.
They're afraid to say anything, which whatever. Yeah, so what else are we looking forward to at the Cleveland Film Festival?
There's a film that I'm pretty excited about called Carolina Caroline, I want to say. And the filmmaker's name, and I'm probably going to butcher his last name, but like Adam Reimharmer. But he made a movie called Dinner in America, which is super, like, it came out right in the middle of the pandemic, so it didn't do a dent in the theaters.
Right.
But it's found its life. It's become this cult hit.
Nice.
And also, he directed a film called Snack Shack with the actor from The Fabelmans.
Wait, Snack Shack. Let me hold on.
It's it's basically it's set in like the early 90s. It's a really funny, kind of raunchy comedy about two dudes who open up a snack shack.
Yes,
at
I
the
have
beach.
watched it because another fun fact. One of the actors who was in Rise Above Wasp is in that movie. And that's
nice.
the whole reason I wanted
That's
to watch
awesome.
it, because he was posting it on his Instagram. I'm like, oh, I got it. And he has like a line.
Yeah. One of the other films that I'm like, there's a handful of screenings this year that they really wanted, just because of the 50th, they wanted to kind of go with a little more star power than usual. And I should know the title, but it's Maud Apatow, Judd Apatow's daughter.
Oh, okay.
It's her directorial debut is playing one of the nights. There's also a film that was shot near Columbus called Union County, which I did get to watch during virtual Sundance. Highly suggest it. It plays on the final day of the festival. It's got Will Poulter, the British actor.
Nice.
It looks fantastic. It's shot really well. I know our buddy Ryan Forte was one of the camera operators on that.
Nice.
But I'm also looking forward to the shorts program. So I know photography will be in it.
Photography is in it on the 14th. We're very excited about that, to be able to be, because Cleveland is an Academy Award qualifying festival, and anybody that's entered film festivals know there's thousands of them, and a large amount of them are like 8 years or younger, because they come and they go all the time. But to have one, I mean, Cleveland's got to be in, if not top 5, top 10 festivals in the country. So we're pretty happy, and it's our hometown one. So to be able to do that, and we're having some of the people that worked on it, like Amy Faust, who is the director of photography, coming back into town to be there, and some of the cast will be there. So we're pretty excited to have a short entered in a festival like this. It's when it gets into the and this is not just this, but every film festival, when you're in the shorts category, it gets weird, because the Q&A, like, there is nothing in common between any of the movies. We're going to be there with like 6 or 8 other movies, and we'll be in the Q&A, and like, there are docs, there are comedies, there are horror movies.
It gets to be kind of a mess, where you're like,
it can be a little bit of a hot mess in the Q&A, because nothing
flows. You're just kind of like,
there's no flow whatsoever. It's like, that was now tell me about your movie about your dying father or something. It's just such a and there's no other way to do it.
I'll have to disclose this, but I was told that they're going to put me at the Cedar Lee for a good majority of the festival, just because now I live pretty close to the Cedar Lee.
Oh, that's nice.
But that I've been briefed that I have to do a lot of those shorts Q&As.
No.
So I'm
going to be looking at you.
trying to think of questions that are
uniting questions.
That are,
the 2 questions that take the entire evening up are what are your influences?
Right.
Yes.
And what's next?
Yes.
And the projects that take 9 people, not 9 people, but 4. Like the last time, 2 years ago, there was a line producer that went up there, and I'm not disparaging the craft of line producing,
but like, maybe not in the Q&A.
In the Q&A,
there should be a lot of people.
There should be a director as well as maybe an actor, and then you kind of go on your merry way, because people start looking at their watches.
Jesse Lee often laments having to do the Q&As.
Yeah, we've had that conversation.
We always have like I just always, like, sometimes I screenshot the text threads, and I'll just send it to her while she's up there, just because, like, she, her saying, like, it's just so long. I'm like,
it's so long.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna make a valiant effort to keep it 10 to 15 minutes in length, because I just did a few, a number of them at the Short Suite Film Festival, where I sat in some of the programs where the Q&A, like, oh man, it was like 30 minutes or so.
Oof.
And I felt like when I did my own with the people, it was like I kept it at max 10, 15 out.
Tight 10.
And people, I think, appreciate that. So, I don't know, maybe just because, like, I sometimes have a busy schedule, so like I understand other people, everybody at that theater probably has their own business. They might have a dog that needs to go, go out or
people
whatever.
Have babysitters,
all these
exactly. They got to go, and they're probably trying to room us out for the next thing.
Exactly.
There's somebody going on and on about.
What is your favorite question you've ever heard somebody ask at a?
Ooh, well,
like ironically favorite or favorite?
Favorite. One. Okay, I'll give you an option. Either your favorite where it was like, that was a great question, or one where you're like, oh no,
that was a really bad question.
Well,
let's do good question, bad question.
I mean, gosh, there was one time I was in a Q&A, and it was really pretty incredible because the filmmaker and whoever was asking the question, they worked together a long time ago, but they had not seen each other in years. So it was kind of like that Forrest Gump Jenny moment at Washington D.C. where it was like, oh my god, So to me, like that's always like an organically cool.
Right.
Moment. The other ones is like the ones that I loathe are the people who are maybe critical of the film, and it can be perceived as rude. I mean,
that's rough. That's kind of rude.
Or just
here.
also like the ones where it's like, in what way?
Oh no.
Like where it makes me think of like
that was a Ferris Bueller reference to all the youngies.
Yeah. But those kind of questions, and they're just it's not even really a question. It's just like they start droning on and on and on.
Like,
and
when's the question happen?
Yeah, and I like some like I've been watching since he passed away. Like I watch a lot of like David Lynch Q&As, and I love that sometimes like these people would have these very detailed questions, and like he'll just answer with like a no.
Yeah.
Or,
I
or
love.
wrong. Or,
he used to do like internet videos too, where you're just like, false.
So those are the ones that it really just. I start to like really cringe when you start like the person's winding up, or I mean, God forbid. I know everybody.
This is my
maybe
chance
everybody's. Maybe almost everybody's a little bit like on some kind of spectrum, but you can tell certain ones sometimes it's like oh boy, this is not going to be good for some reason.
It's always like the last one. Oh, because we just went to the Ninja Turtle thing together.
Yes.
And like you get to the last question, we all like us and
the collective,
Fensky and Kaya all just went.
Oh no!
Everybody in high school staring at your head trying to blow it up.
Oh no, it's one of these. Okay.
It's like, I don't know. Some people, it's like they need to know like how to end it on a high note. Like the George Costanza, like, all right, that's my time. But
I mean, it's hard.
Maybe I'll do that on the panel, even when it's not my question. Time. We got to get to Parnell's for drinks.
Yeah, I mean, certainly we've done enough over the years that we've got
between film and airplane stuff. The most deftly we saw somebody handle. We were doing a thing about Kara's air racing movie, and you can see them coming up like,
you're like,
everybody else is kind of dressed in kind of like a collection of the same thing, and there's this person in a bright yellow tracksuit. So it's like, I see you over there, and like. Because it was about women's air racing, and again, it's like they start winding up, like, so isn't it true? Like now, that doesn't sound like an actual question. Now it's just you want me to verify that, and they start talking that they want us to know Amelia Earhart wasn't characterized as a good pilot. Like, why do you feel it's important that people think that she was a bad pilot?
Right.
Is that some? Because that sounds like some solid misogyny.
And complete opposite of what my film is doing.
Right. But the person moderating said, "That's a great question. It's a little long, but we're going to take that offline."
Or no,
Other
she's like,
questions.
that's not what we're discussing, but we'll take it offline.
We're going to take it offline.
Ask the filmmakers afterwards, and I was like. It's great until you said because the second it was over, he'd be like
semi-perfect because he was right up on her. So now you got to do the bar signal of like
help.
I'm cornered. Come get me.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
Yeah. So
but we love the public.
No, one of my favorite moments like at a film festival is we went to New York. Ooh, I can't remember the name of the film festival.
Big Apple Film Festival.
Yeah. So The Resistance was in it, and I was in the female filmmakers block.
Yeah. There's like 6 or 8 of them.
Yeah,
up
it was
there.
for the Q&A, and it just turned into me because like they would say, I'm like, how did you? Because one of them had an 1980s period gangster piece. Like they're all shorts.
Sure.
And I was like, where'd you get all the picture cards?
And they're all shorts, so they're all unlimited budget.
It looked amazing.
So I was sitting there, and the moderator kind of became background, and all the ladies started interviewing each other.
Yeah, it's like how'd you
and
find
it turned into a round
like,
table.
How'd you do that? Like it was all practical filmmaking.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That to me sounds way more interesting than what the moderator
like nobody was
like
talking
whatever
about
softball they would have thrown.
Nobody was talking about their film. They were just talking about
how did you find your DP?
How
did you find your editor? And she's like, I found my screenwriter in L.A. I found my editor in Ireland. Like that wouldn't even come onto my radar like that. So to watch how do you get it done was wonderful. I think other film festivals should take a page. It's longer and a little bit more unwieldy, but it was well worth the price of getting up to New York to see something like that.
Yeah, because there was one gal who like shot a bunch of stuff in New York City on the street, and I was like, "How'd you get permits?" And she's like, "Oh, we didn't have permits."
Oh no, we Roger Corman that shit.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, super fun. We'll come back to Roger Corman later.
Yes,
I'm gonna finish this
TCM's
conversation.
highlighting Roger Corman this month.
Yeah, that's what we did last night.
Yeah.
So like I for the film festival, we've talked about the Cleveland stuff that's coming that we want to that we're excited about seeing, including stuff some of us have worked on. Our short film that's going to be in it. There's a number of other films that are in it that we know people who are in it, and we have our filmmaker badges, so we can just go see everything if we want.
Yep.
I will also plug real quick so the day after this comes out. So the Sunday night, the 12th, is the filmmaker and staff karaoke night. So
Your favorite.
I will be your KJ.
I never
MC.
dreamed anybody else.
So
What's your karaoke song?
I try to make it about the filmmakers when we do this, but I will probably do a Billy I like this one song by Billy Joel called "I Go to Extremes," which apparently was written by Christine Brinkley. But also, I do like STP, Pearl Jam,
that wheelhouse,
early '90s grunge.
Stay within vocal ranges at that point.
The baritone voiced things. But I also there's a song I like from the movie Eddie and the Cruisers, the On the Dark Side by John Cafferty.
Not bad.
And the Beaver Band. Anyway, those.
Where's that being held at?
So that'll be at the Clevelander,
which
is not too far from the festival, but it will be from 8 to midnight. So we're looking forward to that.
On Sunday, it's going to be ugly Monday. There's a filmmaker breakfast, I think, Monday morning. That sounds like that's going to be thinly attended now.
Yeah. It's just going to be a real hungover eating an egg sandwich.
Yeah, well, we used to do it on...
We tried to sing Queen.
That's a bad...
That's a rookie mistake.
We used to do it like on a Thursday night, but then... Last year, we moved it to Sunday, and we found that we were catching some of the people who were, like, finishing weekend one, but then were coming in for week two.
Right.
So it was, like, a good convergence of,
there might be
a catch-all.
Limited things to do on a Sunday in a town that you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
So.
I think that filmmaker breakfast is on Tuesday.
Oh.
That's the day a movie's showing, right? Tuesday?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
So you're in the clear.
We have time to recover. So one of the things that I'm excited about for the film festival is that I was asked to help judge the documentaries.
Excellent.
Which I was like, yes! And then I'm like, oh no, I have to watch like
how many and what amount of time?
And I kept, for reasons I knew about and unforeseen reasons, like it kept getting pushed, and then it was like, okay, now you have to cram. Basically, I blasted through 10 documentaries during the week of my father's funeral. So it was a little rough, but I did watch them all because here's my thing. Because because we're filmmakers and we enter stuff and even for awards, I feel like there's not always that criteria that you have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I will not do that. I'm like, I will sit here and I will stay up late, but I will watch all of these.
Oscars are accused of that. So
yeah, I know. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
You should absolutely have to watch every moment of it.
Exactly.
But the ones, some of the ones that I really enjoyed for people going, there's one called The Spies Among Us. And it's about he was a guy who they were on the, what's the wrong side of the Berlin Wall?
East.
He got...
Depends on your point of view, probably.
Right. Yeah. So, basically, it's just this guy who's now a historian, and you're following him, and he was arrested when he was younger for nothing by the KGB.
Wow.
And
it never happens.
They, it is really interesting, as far as a documentary build. So, that was my criteria for judging stuff, where it's it's not about the topic, it's about how it's structured in the story they're telling. And I think that was one of the ones that did a really good job of, giving him a start and an end, because he's basically, they let the files be open from that time. So now he's, like, able to get his file. And he's looking at it, and he's like, I don't really know how to, like, decipher some of this stuff. So he's finding people who, like, some of, like, the people who not necessarily, like, arrested him, but, like, were, you know, like, a part of that.
Wow.
So, like, and they're, like, he's like, oh, like, looking through it, and he's like, oof. And he's like, your brother turned you in. So, like, and it was, like, 1 in 4 or something. So, like, his mom was also, like, a spy, like, so it's all these things, like, where you're, like...
I'm not sure what I would believe. Like, is that true?
Yeah.
Or
It's very... Well, I mean, he kind of already knew
Okay.
that. So, like, it's interesting. Like, it's well worth the watch. And, like, got crazy stuff in it where you're like, I cannot believe they got the guy who was the head of the KGB to get on, like, be on camera.
Wow.
And he's like... Well, he's like, I'm not going to apologize for anything. He's like, I don't think we did anything wrong. And then, like, so, like, that's the arc, is that, like, interview him at the beginning, and then, like, I think a year later they come back and, like, interview him again.
Wow.
There's really great stuff in it. So if you're going to the festival, Spies Among Us is
Spies
good.
Among Us.
There's one called Soul Patrol, which I was like, great title.
Right.
And it's about I think it's the first all-black special
forces in Vietnam.
I have notes where I wish it did one thing.
Sure.
Like, it was doing one thing, but I wish it was doing another thing.
It was based on a book.
Yeah, and I still liked it.
I'd have to see the book, but it's a lot of ruminating on what things meant for that to exist and what they were doing there, as opposed to a plot line of A to B to C of what those guys were doing. So it had some Apocalypse Now to it, in like in close-ups and out of focus and kind of being slightly like an acid trip, but
he sat down and watched that one with me because I was like, I started it on my computer and I was like,
this ain't a computer watch.
A, and B, I was like, this feels like something Adam needs to be watching too.
And I appreciate, as I always do, somebody was trying something.
Yeah,
as opposed I've been doing a lot of Canadian because there's a Canadian that's on Artemis right now.
First Canadian heading to the moon.
First Canadian headed to the moon, first African American heading to the moon, and first woman to
amazing.
Go
and
to
then
the moon.
The other guy.
And some guy that's Reed Weissman. It just sounds like a Marvel character.
All four of them sound like they're the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you are
their
now
real
Fantastic
names are
Four.
ridiculous.
So, anyway, sorry.
Sorry, we've been watching a lot of Artemis.
While we do this,
watch the launch.
The telemetry is
so
on
you
a
can
monitor
watch
right over
them.
there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all the stats.
By the time this airs,
we have a monitor going over here.
it will all be known how it went at that point.
Oh, he's constantly going like, look. And I was like, okay, I see they're closer to the moon now. God, he just holds his phone up.
It's
Do
exciting.
you see it? And I'm like, yes, I see
Been
it.
waiting for 50 years for us to go to the moon
I
again.
know, you're very excited, which is fine. Literally, we were showing our students in class that it was happening, and one of them is asking us a legit filmmaking question, and he's like, no, look, they're doing the thing.
Enough of that. Film's
like,
stupid. Let's look at this.
Adam.
Answer the question.
He's like, they're about to get in the van and head out to the rocket.
Oh,
I'm like, he's very excited.
yeah. What do you have to say?
I'll
to yourself?
answer the filmmaking question.
Anyway,
so that was a good one. There's one called The Big Cheese, which
That one, well, I haven't seen it, but I've just one of the programming manager, a guy who was actually at the Oscar party, Ryan, highly suggests that one. The Big Cheese is he said it's something that completely took him by surprise.
I was just gonna say that because you're like, oh, it feels like this is gonna sound harsher than it is because the movie is good. Like an HGTV thing, where you're like, oh, it's about the cheese Olympics, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be like this quirky, weird thing, but like it gets deeper. Like I really liked it, and then not till the end credits, they put something up, and I just started like crying.
Wow!
I was like, well, why? Yeah. Like, what did this cheese movie do to me?
Is that why there's a cheese tasting?
Yeah, but it's I don't know who that's open to.
Yeah.
So like
there will be there will be
like
that's
I think that might be like
touting.
a special event.
I think it's going to be open to the public.
I think that's great for promotion.
Cool.
Throw cheese out in the audience.
Yeah, I'm just for our podcast listeners. I don't know.
we taught a class at CIA about docs, and one of our students did a doc about
the Baja
Blast Mountain Dew.
Baja
Blast.
Everybody on the internet's yelling at you right now.
Baja Blast, which we looked at like, why didn't we get Taco Bell?
Yeah, for the screening for her grade, I'm like, I think there should be tacos.
Yeah. Or at least the smorgasbord of...
Or bring us Baja Blast.
Be a showman.
Yeah. She's like, uh-huh.
No,
She's like,
we're not kidding.
I'm a poor college kid. I'm like, it's still Taco.
It's Taco Bell. Okay.
Well, it's gone up.
Yeah.
It's not Taco
Inflation.
Bell when we...
God.
It's not, there's inflation.
I can't slap a 20 down and feed a battalion.
You're not getting a 69-cent taco anymore. Sorry.
The 90s were awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had it good.
Go to a show for $20. Go to Taco Bell for
$10.
$4, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Punk rock shows are like $10. That's
Yeah.
great. Or $5, depending on where you're going. So yes, the big cheese, and then there was one. So like I mean, they were for the majority of they were all pretty okay, but like there's one that I wanted to be much better, called Tough Old Broads,
Okay.
and it just felt more like This American Life, where they had 3 separate stories. Like they would bounce back and forth between the stories, but none of them connected. So like one of them was like the woman who ran the Boston Marathon. Who,
Okay.
Like, they tried to.
Right, they tried to wrestle her to the ground.
Yeah, and like about what she's doing with her, like, which was really interesting. Like she has a nonprofit that goes around the world and gets women to run, but like it
wow.
also like I think it was in Afghanistan they had one, and like those women were like, I never knew you could do that. You know, like it was really interesting, and like they had the woman who was a photographer for, I want to say Bill Clinton, but I've watched. too
Oh, the
many
presidential
together.
photographer.
Yeah.
Right.
Not, I mean, like, all the stories separately were really interesting. It just didn't make sense as a whole.
Aside
so, like,
from
I mean, I think it's still worth watching.
Everybody being a woman, it didn't
But,
really
like,
have a narrative tie-in.
When it came to, like, judging as a documentary, I'm like, this is, like, doesn't have structure.
Okay.
Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So.
they're not intertwined enough.
Yeah.
Now it's a magazine.
Are they all in the
It was
same
like a
room at
magazine
any
piece.
point? Like,
Nope,
are they all... Oh, interesting.
That's what I was like.
Huh.
I was waiting for the tie-in, and it never...
Yeah, a twist to all of them that matches.
Because that's why I was like, oh, like, maybe they all, like, meet up and then
Yeah.
final story, but maybe that was planned by the filmmakers, and, like, they couldn't make it work. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be a good Q&A for
Yeah.
them. Be like, all right, why did you decide to
It seems
do
like
way?
this. Am I correct, and why?
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
a documentary's tough because, like,
We talk about that
also
all the
as a
time.
documentary filmmaker, you're like, this is the thing I want, but, like, am I going to get that? I'm like,
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, then you're just like, all right, how do I cobble together the
An
thing I
ending.
have?
Yeah.
Or a story to
Right.
begin with.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, but if anybody's looking for something to do in the next couple of weeks in Cleveland, highly recommend
Film
checking
festivals,
out.
a great source. Going to Cedar Lee is a great thing. Going
Yes.
to Playhouse Square,
Mm-hmm.
you got the lights and the pomp and circumstance. So
Yes.
it's quality all around.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll always advocate for going to the theater.
Yeah.
So anyways, movies we watched this week.
Yes.
What did you watch this week?
So this week, I watched a movie. I went to the Cleveland Cinematheque, and I remember seeing this movie when I was young. But I just like for some reason it's just like one of those ones that doesn't like get played on TV very much. But I know there was quote unquote a lot of like Star Wars clones around this
Right,
time,
yeah.
but it was The Last Starfighter
Oh, yeah.
on
Right.
35 millimeter.
Oh wow.
And I gotta say, it played a lot better than when I remember it. And I think part of it
It's
was...
in my memory, like I feel like it's gonna look like clunky afterwards on like some set on the Fox lot or something.
Yeah. There's this whole... like, a lot of it takes place in a trailer park. And I loved how lived in it felt. And the characters were so authentic. Like, all of, like, the side actors, like, had their, like, moments. And it just made it feel real. But, the graphics are very much like the music video for Money for Nothing.
Right.
You know, it's a little... I mean, it's dated, but I feel...
But it is also like beyond groundbreaking. Like,
Yes,
Last Starfighter
yes.
was the bleeding edge of what they could do back then with computer.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because it was this 35 print that didn't seem like it got a lot of play because it was like super clean and like there was only, I only saw like the only reason I knew is just because I would see like the bullet holes,
burn.
or the burn holes in the top, but it was like so like pristine, I would say.
Nice.
But I don't like the whole crowd was having fun with it, and there was a professor there who was like talking about how the relation between the military using video games as a recruitment tool, and this was one of those movies that was often cited as one that was like, hey, like you want to look cool like that? You could be cool and fly
join
planes
the Star Corps or whatever they call it back then.
Yeah. But it was really like a pleasant revisit because I just remember I remember kind of maybe when I was younger, maybe not like I enjoyed it, but like maybe not that much. But like this rewatch, it was like oh, this is kind of damn fun. You know?
Yeah. I like
So that's at least one.
I think
thing
it's like what
watched.
every 12-year-old wishes so hard would happen.
Yeah.
They recognize game,
Yeah.
so I'm going to get sucked up into the Federation to help save the universe.
Yeah.
Even back then, I remember like it's not Star Wars because you could recognize that there's a vast difference between computer animation and what if you shot them on a blue screen, which I know is. I'd be interested to know the numbers. Like, was it cheaper to do it this way, or was it because it's so new, it was fantastically still expensive to do that? But it certainly pushed the rock in the direction that we're at now.
Yeah, one of the other things that I really liked about it was this is one of my favorite sub things of 80s movies like aimed at teens or like young adults is there's always the smart ass brother, and so like the little brother is like who's obsessed with Playboys and stuff like
space
that.
shuttle out of toasters.
Yes, and
we've been watching a lot of those lately. That's what
he has some comic gold in that, and also the actress, and I can't remember her name, but I know she was also in Night at the Comet the same year, so she kind of had that one. Yeah, she had that moment where she was like the sci-fi 80s queen.
Yeah, because she's the older sister.
She's the older sister.
I don't remember her name either.
Yes. But yeah, that was it was a nice little revisit.
That's cool. Yeah, we did minorly, speaking of that kind of movie, War Games last
about a week ago we watched War Games.
Yeah, so like as for mentioned on the last episode, I've been watching a lot of comfort movies.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So like most of the stuff, well, everything I think we watched was a rewatch this week because I'm just like put something on.
Although last week when we were talked about The Howling, that was we had never watched it ever.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a new one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Which we also proclaimed that would be kind of ripe for a remake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Having a director with some edgy whiskey to them try their hand at, not do it straight up, but have somebody really interesting do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
I was talking.
Yeah, the stuff we were watching.
Right. So I had multiple directions I was going. I'm just gonna pick one. We did, like I said, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
And that
Love
was
that.
because I saw a meme go by with them in the elevator, and I was like, we should just watch Big Trouble. So then now we're watching Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Which I've seen a number of times, and every time I'm like, this movie makes zero sense.
Rick
still
wrote
fun
it. So.
It's still fun to watch, but you're like, what?
The guy who directed Buckaroo Banzai wrote this one.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Is it,
I love
like
Buckaroo
one of the
Banzai,
two. I think he did 3 things ever, and this is one
I
of them.
just think there's a couple lines in there that you need to explain, like,
Yes.
what is going on in this scene? Why is there a big hairy monster that actually looks like one of the Ninja Turtle creatures?
We watched something else that felt like this. It minorly felt like there was a cut, and then somebody's like, cut 20 minutes out of it.
Yeah.
I can't do it anyway, or we're not putting it out.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's like the height of like Kurt Russell making
Yes.
snarky quips
Yes.
throughout, and you're like, what?
It was the height of his Kurt Russellness.
There was one where I'm like, oh, he's like, calm down, everybody, I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm gonna start using
Everybody
that on
can
set.
relax.
Everyone
I'm
can-
here
That's
now.
what it was. Like, everyone can relax, I'm here.
I'm going to say that when I wheel in the set. Hey, he's an asshole. No, he's doing a blonde. I mean, he could be an asshole, too.
But good. Kurt Russell in the 80s, pretty good.
Oh my God, he's incredible.
my understatement.
I mean, it's a John Carpenter. I just love. I've been going down this rabbit hole of like watching YouTube videos of John Carpenter talking shit about other directors, and he does. I mean, he does not give. he does not give a shit.
No,
Why
no.
would he?
He like there's one that I've watched a couple times now, just because like he just has the balls to say it, but like he talks about Spielberg, like he's like Jaws, okay, he's like, but that Close Encounters, he just got so far up his own ass, you know.
I
like,
think I saw
and
that.
I'm like, wow, you know, and then like.
What are you? Where's this coming from?
Well, then the interviewer asked him about Robert Altman. He's like, "Oh, like, hey guys, I'm a buffoon. Like, he doesn't know how to, you know, like." So, like, I just love that Carpenter is just
man.
not afraid to like speak his mind. He really hates Rob Zombie too, by the way.
Well, we just got the Corman. We just speaking of the Roger Corman, they had like an hour-long doc on him, and he kind of had that a minorly similar
like a
vibe
diss.
going. Yeah, where he's like, I don't care.
Corbin.
It was a very interesting. So Turner Classic had like an
He
hour
made
long.
Scorsese.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, whatever. It's like, it's a movie business. Like, he mostly treated it like a business.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, I know how to make movies, so, like, that's where my money goes. And
Yeah.
What they say?
they're like $30,000 movie.
Which I mean, back then when you did 30,000, I think Bucket of Blood
That's what we watched last
cost
night.
30 grand, which was like $300,000 now.
Wow.
So not quite paper mache and coat hangers, but,
Right.
but
Well, and, like, that did have, like, I mean, it had expensive stuff in it. So, like, it's kind of, for those who haven't seen it, kind of a little House of Wax-ish, where,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
he's murdering people and making them into statues by just covering them in wax. So, like, those look, I mean, like, that's a cost, because those things look pretty good. Like, one of them, I was like, that's a pretty gruesome statue.
Yeah.
Like, but it's Mr. Futterman, who's
from
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Yes.
He's, like, in, like, all the clips they were showing of Roger
Oh,
Corman.
God,
He's
yes.
like in
Yes.
almost every
In everything.
movie.
But it's him, and he's, like, a busboy who the beatniks pick on, and now he's, like, he accidentally killed... I can't remember because we didn't rewatch the beginning. And we were watching it, and Adam's like, we've seen this. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
he
yeah.
accidentally kills a cat or
I didn't
something.
remember the
and
title.
then-
Yeah. But, like, turns it into a sculpture, and now all the beatniks are like, we love it.
Which is interesting because in Corman's words, that they loved whatever they were doing, which is, you know, a women prison movie or a monster movie or whatever, that they're always kind of doing this weird critique slash satire of whatever they're doing. Like he said, like, yeah, we were beatniks.
Yeah.
And then they made a movie about beatniks, like, sometimes they're extremely eye-rolling. So he's like making fun of like that whole thing, like, are your pants made out of, you know,
Right. Oh, 'cause he's
wheat
like-
flour or something
Yeah,
like that?
there's like a
It's
whole conversation about what he's eating, and
Oh
he's like,
my
well, if you don't
God.
have the, you know, like,
Yeah, it was kind of like making fun of the culture that he's in, which is
yeah.
couldn't be more punk rock. It's like making just ridiculing the thing. Yeah, my thing's stupid. It's even better now. What?
It's part of what I do, and it's also stupid. Yeah, so then they played his Little Shop of Horrors act, but I did not stay up to. We have seen it with Jack Nicholson in it, and I was like, I'm not rewatching this one because it's not very good.
No, but it got enough heat that then they made
Yeah.
a musical about it, and then the musical spawned the Frank Oz movie, and then
Right.
they made another musical from the Frank Oz movie. So
Right.
follow the snake as it eats itself.
Right. So I mean, that's not a comfort movie, but I have seen it before.
Yeah.
Do you have a comfort movie?
Well, I will say one of my comfort movies. I had the pleasure to go see in the theater this past week, and it's Stand By Me.
Oh, yeah.
So
we
it's
watched
back
that
in
a lot.
theaters for its 40th anniversary, but also, I mean, just the unfortunate,
Right.
You
tragic
got to release it now.
death of Rob Reiner. But I love how, I mean, that movie.
It's good.
It's so airtight. You know, like 89 minutes. It goes by so fast. The performances are incredible.
Several people have said it's pretty perfect as a movie.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, and even like, God, all the, like, almost every part has its purpose. Like, there's really no dead weight. So, like, you know, even seeing John Cusack briefly in it, and Kiefer Sutherland just, like, I mean, has that creep face.
Yeah.
He was just such an asshole
Kiefer
back
Sutherland
in those.
That's
was
completely out of character for him, I hear.
80s Kiefer Sutherland gorgeous, creepy, a little scary.
Probably adds to that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, everything he was in the 80s, you're like, yeah, he's doing a nice job in this. But yeah, he's great. He's great in that too.
Yeah, I will say, like, there was kind of... I mean, I saw it, like, at 1:40, you know, so it was just me, and then there was an older woman and her grandson, and they were talking about it afterwards, and I was kind of, like, not creepily, but I was, like, kind of just, like, listening to, like, hear what the grandson takeaway.
Right.
And it was kind of cool because, like, they were just having this, like, nice discussion of it, you know, so it was cool. But I kind of got a little teary towards the end just thinking about Rob Reiner, like, his unfortunate death, but then also just, like, looking at River Phoenix, and it's like, what would he be doing today? Like, he probably would have maybe had, like, you know, 2 or 3 Oscars at this point. I mean, he was just such a talent.
Yeah, if he was able to make it through the 80s-ness of what was going on. Or I mean, early 90s. But
I mean, speaking of, like, the younger generation not knowing all the stuff, like, when we were in LA, we had our Maddie, who's been on the show with us.
Yeah.
We drove by, and I'm like, there's the Viper room right there.
And she's like,
What's the Viper room?
I was like...
First, the Lord invented cocaine.
I'm like, do you know who River Phoenix is? And she's like, no. Okay.
Johnny Depp said some epic
related to
Joaquin.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it was. I mean, I love that they're doing this more often. It's just like, you know, like usually like Fathom or something. They'll put a movie in the theaters for a night, but it seems like now it's been like expanded to like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think they understand the audience,
right?
Not being the 19-year-olds in particular, and that there is money out there to sort of bring these back out that people haven't seen in a gajillion years. I mean, we all saw the Oscars together.
Yeah.
And when they did the tribute to Rob Reiner.
Yes.
And picture after picture came up, and people are like, right. And then Stand By Me came up, and you could audibly hear the entire audience groan, like, right.
Yeah.
Like, he made a fucking perfect picture.
Yes.
And it just kept going. Because Stand By Me was after... Princess Bride was his second one after...
Yeah, I think Princess Bride was right after Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Right.
A year after.
Right. Yeah. And his first one was Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to look at his filmography to see if he tripped ever. Because everyone that they put up is like, like all of them are like, have eye-rolling, particularly like the Tom Cruise courtroom one.
Oh, yeah. Few Good Men.
Few Good Men, like... Right? It's like there's tired tropes in it. It's because they were so good then.
Right.
That they became a tired trope.
Well,
like, you can't handle the truth with Jack yelling it.
Yeah.
It turned into a thing.
Yeah.
Memes before memes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's all attributed to Rob Reiner. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Stand By Me. That was one we watched a lot
It's so
as
good.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. And I can't not walk down a train track and not want to scream train. It's ruined me forever. Or the 50s song Every Day. Or I can't remember the title. It was like Every Day Getting Faster.
Yes.
Yeah, that just pops into my head. It's such a great, like, it's because we've talked about this before, where a movie makes you feel something. Like, you can feel the summer in that.
Yes.
Where you're like, it feels like summertime.
Right. Feel it or hear a picture.
Yeah, that's a great movie, for sure.
Agreed.
We watched one of Adam's comfort movies.
Which one was that?
One of your favorites that you called into the radio show and won.
Clueless.
I was like, God damn it. We did this last week. I'm like, you ruining it.
I couldn't remember. Who did I call
I'm trying to set it up, and you knock it down.
Right, because they're like, which, because CLV had the movie quiz, and they're like, which one was based on, Emma and all this other stuff? And it's like,
that had like...
and there was no prize that day, but I had to call up and tell them.
The quote was like, why would I need to learn how to park? Everywhere I go has a valet.
We were watching, we watched Clueless again.
And again.
And trying to center in on why I really like that movie so much. And I mean...
I have a thought.
A very... aside from having sort of a really well-earned classic structure.
Yeah.
That it's just a fucking cast.
I think
Yeah.
I think you like it because of the cast, A, and then B because it reminds you of an '80s teen movie. Because all the kids act like grown-ups.
Yeah, that could be.
Because you've said that before,
but,
and I was like kind of putting that together.
I mean, I've seen that was all, as you pointed out, all of the '80s movies. Everybody acted like they were 40,
and like everyone has like a weird like. I think it's because like everyone gets a weird line where you're like, what?
That no kid ever would say.
But
I think Heckerling. And she said it in an article, like this was the first film that they left her alone. The studio had other fires to deal with that.
Yeah.
They just left her alone so she could do precisely what she wanted and have a cast that was, I mean, everybody in it turned into like a big giant deal after the fact. So, yeah, I think that carries a long way. And just the luck of the draw. What's his name that plays her dad? Dan.
He's great.
Hideo.
Yeah. He strikes the perfect, weird, three-way tone of. He's inadvertently creepy, but being a hard ass and really sweet at the same time.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
Such good scene. There's a great scene.
There's one really solid scene between him and Alicia Silverstone. But you also like. Alicia Silverstone did not come from that guy at any DNA level. I'm sorry. Aside from being a good debater, which is the superpower that she got from him allegedly, but yeah, mom's DNA must have just overpowered whatever was going on with that. Because dude, come on.
She was such a Betty.
He looks like she's a Betty, and he is a goblin.
I love there's a giant painting of her in the hallway.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I had such a big crush on her when I was
Of course.
when that came out, and because on the door to my room, I would I know one of the years I had a Kathy Ireland poster.
Solid.
Cindy Crawford.
Also solid.
And then Alicia Silverstone, and I think that hung up in my room at my dad's house till his
Tuesday.
death. His death, yeah. So it was, she was always, childhood crush.
Well, it was it's one of those movies. So it was highly promoted by MTV.
Yeah.
There was definitely a tie. I don't know if they
It
were
was
a
a
producer
sweet
or
spot
if
of
there
how
was a
they
nice
were
tie-in.
able to get that promotion going.
Yeah.
on.
So us growing up in small town in Ohio, in the early '90s, where you don't have the internet. And you're like, they promoted the hell out of that movie. And we watched MTV all the time. And you were like, I must watch this movie. I must watch this movie.
That's how I got news.
It never came to our theater. We never were able to see it until it came out on VHS. And we had to rent it. And it wasn't available to purchase. Because we rented it and we're like, this movie's amazing. I must have. And it wasn't on Movie Channel, so you couldn't record it anywhere. But it was, we literally rented it every weekend. We would just be get Clueless again. We're gonna do that again. That's one of my core memories of that movie. Until it was actually available. At some point, the record store had the $30 VHS tapes. Where you're like, $30. God damn it! I have to buy it. That's how I got Dazed and Confused too. Same with Dazed and Confused. Couldn't see it in the theater. You're like, I'll just rent this every weekend.
Maybe it was a rights issue that you couldn't buy it because I know Dazed and Confused had a gargantuan music rights problem.
Oh yes,
but maybe Clueless did it as well at that time.
Oh yeah, they had a pretty big soundtrack.
Had not as big as Dazed and Confused, but a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But it was it went to all the theaters except for ours.
And it did gangbusters. I don't know why somebody wouldn't want a piece of that.
There was a lot of that growing up where you're including the Quentin Tarantino one, Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Also we had to drive to Canton to see that.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that was my brother.
Jackie Brown had a much smaller release, which is really interesting because it's the third movie that's coming out of Pulp Fiction.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm surprised.
It didn't have a wider release.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I bought the cassette tape for that soundtrack.
That was a good one. Good soundtrack.
We
always.
were going to my cousin's wedding in Chicago, and I was riding with my brother and his friend, and he's like, we're in the car, and we're on our way there, and he's like, we're gonna make a stop in Canton. I'm like, okay, and it's like, we're gonna go see Jackie Brown. And I'm like, yes! And then I'm like,
yes, that's a little more than a stop.
That's a long break between driving to Chicago.
Yes.
We arrived in Chicago, I think, at 5 a.m. Or there was a stopping and sleeping in the car. But I was like, I have the cassette the tape because I bought it before the movie came out. And then we promptly listened to the soundtrack all the way to Chicago. So, oh yeah, I got way off track on that. So yeah, Clueless. Yeah, what else have we been watching?
So I did see one other movie, a new one. So this one's stars Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. It's called The Drama.
Yeah.
It's by a Norwegian director named Christopher Borgli, and it is I would call it a cringe comedy because they're about to get married. There's a night of drinking. And each person has to reveal the worst thing that they've ever done. And Zendaya's character reveals something which I dare not spoil because I didn't know going in. And I'm like, I was like, whoa. Yeah. So like when she reveals this thing, there is like this, and it was interesting in the crowd because like myself and Shauna we were quite laughing at a lot of the things, but you can tell some people were like nervously laughing or chuckling because there is this thing. So I hate to like that I have to speak so vaguely about it, but it leads to this probably one of the most like cringe-inducing wedding scenes I've ever seen in a movie. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait for more people to see it so we can talk freely about it. But
there's ones like that.
It's definitely. I think some people probably were expecting this rom-com because A24 in their marketing machine made it look like they have like these fake wedding invitations going out and all this stuff. So I would still categorize it as a romantic comedy, but you got to think it's a Norwegian who made it, so it's dark as hell at times.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know it was Norwegian because
highly recommend it
because the Norwegians did Sisu.
Oh yeah, Sisu. Yeah, Sisu. Yeah.
So if I knew it was Norwegian, I'd be like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think the same guy who makes all those like Triangle of Sadness and stuff, like they all come from like that, like the Norway or Sweden, like all those countries. Like, they just have very dark sense of humor. And this Christopher Borgli also did a movie called Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage. And then this other movie called Sick of Myself, which is about a woman who's faking having cancer, and that's also a hugely dark comedy. But so it's a little bit for the sickos. So I count myself as one. So.
Well, that's there was one, I think we talked about it on the show. There's a movie called Get Away with Nick Frost in it, and
I've heard that's great.
Yeah. Oh, it's super fun.
Yeah, it is. It is really milquetoast until a certain point in the movie. You're like, oh damn.
But they're minorly playing or like making fun of him playing on that aspect of like the fucked upness of the. It's like basically them going to like a midsummer, like getting caught up in that kind of midsummer thing where they're like, we're on a vacation, and they're like,
Is Paul Verhoeven Norwegian?
He's Dutch.
Dutch. That's right. That's right.
But yeah, he's very twisted man.
yeah, for sure. Where you're like, okay, all right. So we also watched World's End again.
Ooh, again, yes, for comfort.
Yes.
Because it's not ending at all now.
It is legit. I think every time I watch it, I like it more, and I see more that I haven't before, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, so I have a core group of friends from high school, like, and I keep being like, okay, like, I keep seeing more of us in that, where it's like, oh yeah, we still get together, and like, so I could see one of us being like, we should do a beer crawl, and I'm like, or bar crawl, and I'd be like, no, all the rest are like, absolutely not. But I love that it's just like, one guy literally destroys the world because he wants to have a good time.
I want to get loaded.
Which, we were watching the Roger Corman documentary.
Which is where they got that from.
And they have Wild Angels.
Wild Angels is where they pulled that from. When Peter Fonda says the same line in
we want to get loaded. Have a good time. Free to do whatever we want.
I need to get a proper frame for it, and I wish I would have known this is one that you had because I would have brought the poster. But at the time when that movie came out, they were giving away these posters that has the map.
That's good.
So
of all the stops.
All
and
the pubs.
It's something that even despite moving like 3 or 4 times, I've kept it in mostly good shape.
I love
I'm
it.
still afraid. I need to put it in a frame,
Yeah,
or it's gonna
yeah.
get messed up.
No, that's a good.
But it's a very
That's
cool.
a good movie thing to have for
Yeah.
sure. Because it's like not
People
everyone
will
would
know- if you know, you
understand.
know.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you have the World's End map.
Is it clean or does it have the
X's on
marker?
it.
It's pretty clean, but it just has like each stop
Each
has
line.
like a little like because it's animated, but also
okay.
it's so cool. Like I'm so
that's
it's like
awesome.
one of the favorite
What a
posters that I
gem.
have. Yeah.
It'd been a while since, and the same thing was with Big Trouble in Little China. It has been a long time on either film that I saw the opening 10 minutes of it
Yeah.
when it's being set
the
up like that.
Like, I'm just gonna go off on a tangent for a second. I love Edgar Wright movies, but
Yes.
we are like, what? It's not his last few of not.
What is up with Edgar Wright?
We're like, can we get Edgar Wright back? Where it's
Because you
more-
go, Running Man, Edgar Wright.
great.
That's going to be
And then
pretty
you're like-
awesome. And you're
Way
like,
too long.
Yeah.
And you're like,
what?
Edgar Wright made this? Because there's nothing Edgar Wright-y
Right, because
about
if
it.
you want just because you mentioned the open, just the opening of World's End is the Simon Pegg's in the like support group circle,
Yeah.
and like it just like
He's
does
telling this 5-10 minute long story.
yeah, so
You
it's
don't
slow
know it's in the
pushing.
support, but
yeah, and then like you get the overhead of the circle of the group, and then it's like that becomes the O of the logo. Of
Yes,
the World's End. You're
yes.
like, all right, we're in for something really
A treat,
fun.
yeah.
And then it's like I feel like
that, yeah.
I don't know. I want that kind of Edgar
The
Wright
rhythmness
movie
that you,
back.
I
Yeah.
felt like it built up. I mean, Baby Driver has its own
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
But it built up to that rhythmic being,
It's rhythmic
making
movie
basically a
making.
musical
Yeah.
from things that he had tried and then
Yeah.
just said, I'm walking away from that and doing other stuff.
I think he needs Simon Pegg and Nick Frost back.
Which
Yeah.
I think they're doing a fourth
That
of the
would be-
Cornetto.
Dude,
Yeah.
sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm there. Day one.
Every time we go to Europe, I get a Cornetto, and I take a picture, and everybody's like, "What is the deal with the Cornetto?" And I'm like,
If you don't know, I can't explain it.
"Yeah." They're like, "Do you really like those?" And I'm like, "They're
I
okay."
have 6
but, like,
hours of movie for you to watch.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm doing something." Yeah, like you said, if you know what I'm doing, then great. If not, it doesn't matter.
And when you hold them up and they go, which one should we watch? No, it's which one are we going to watch first?
I'm sure Hot Fuzz will be following.
Hot
Like,
Fuzz, yeah, we'll put that in
we
tonight.
get in a rhythm where it's like, okay, now we gotta watch that
Now-
trilogy. You know, like every once in a while we
In my brain,
bounce
we're
back to
watching
it.
Hot Fuzz tonight.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Twist my arm.
It's
Yeah,
been
twist
too
my
long
arm.
since I've watched that. It's such a good one. Like that.
Yeah.
I think that one holds us because like I was working at a movie theater at the
Mm-hmm.
time, and nobody was really going to see it. So me and my friend who
yeah.
worked at the theater were like we gotta support this. So we
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
watching Hot Fuzz over
Yeah.
and over.
It came out when I was in New York City, and we went to see. Well, anytime you go see a movie, when I lived in New York City, please let it still be the same. Anytime you saw a movie at any time of day, wherever it was, sold out and packed. So like, which makes I like a little more challenging
Sure.
to go see movies, but like also that people are doing
Also
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Like it's happening. But for Hot Fuzz when it came out, we went and like you wait in a line, like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
Cleveland Film Festival, like you wait till the theater's emptied and then you're allowed to go in. So we're in the line and like somebody comes up and they're like, "Is this the line for the Hot Fuzz?" I'm like, yes.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. What do you think the Hot Fuzz is? That's one of my favorite memories of
Yes.
that movie.
You
But
could, could be happy or very disappointed.
yeah. And also, like, when Shaun of the Dead came out was also when I moved to New York City, and I saw that, and like the entire movie, I was just like, this
This could be a movie?
This is no, because I made a short film that was very
Oh, right.
similar,
Yeah, yeah.
not like a zombie thing, but like an homage to like
Yeah.
all this, and I was
No.
like. I am falling out of my seat because I just did the same thing. And I'm like, am I a genius? I'm going to give myself credit
Yeah.
for something that, like, barely anyone ever saw. It was just a short film that I made right out of college. And it was on a dare where it was like, I bet you can't make a movie just out of movie quotes. And I'm like, watch
Oh,
me.
damn. We can do that right now
And
on
it
this
was-
podcast with no prep.
I had access to the movie theater in town. This is in Olympia, Washington, which is called the Capitol, and it's this like old 1920s theater that was a nonprofit. So I volunteered there, so I had access to use that movie theater, and I was like, we're shooting it here, and it became a West Side Story between two different movie theaters. One was like an independent movie theater, and then the other one was like a main
multiplex.
Like, chain.
That's awesome.
And then it was Romeo and Juliet of them like the two trying to date, and everybody else is all mad. So it's only them
brilliant.
yelling movie quotes at each other.
We should redo that as a short.
Yeah,
We'll revisit that.
we'll revisit.
There's a lot of rights issues with that.
You don't know what they're referring to. They're just saying quotes.
Yeah, and if you do, good for you.
And the shots all match. Like I did the weird sign,
Yeah.
the tight weird sign. I had them shove into like the ticket booth and like do the shower scene in Weird Science where it gets real close on their mouths and their eyes. Yeah.
Submit it to Tri-C.
Yeah.
See?
That'll be the next Tri-C one. We'll
Can we get a movie theater? I mean, I need a movie theater,
Oh, of
not
course.
like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Tri-C theaters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
are fine, but
We
We
not
can get
for...
you something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be brilliant.
I'll pitch that. I loved it. It was super fun. Anyways, gosh, I miss making, like, the ghost toilet thing. Like, I miss making fun stuff with my friends. So
You got to do that in November.
yeah.
Was the last time.
Yeah. It's coming.
It's
somehow.
coming.
Somehow
Yes.
we are getting this movie made. It'll happen. Yeah. So what else do we watch?
So our friend Robert Banks had, like, some people have started this club and like asked him to show some Stanley Kubrick films. So I like, he had last minute tech issues, so I had to bring him a projector and my
Oh, wow.
sound equipment. But we watched Clockwork Orange.
Oh my gosh.
And which this time it played like so much funnier than I remember.
Really?
It's a very dark movie.
Yeah.
Because
but it's
you're
also,
ready for the nasty.
Yeah. But the funniest part about it actually was afterwards he had shown this like remix of, there's that scene where, you know, he's like, have some more wine.
Yeah.
And it was like this like like techno remix of
I saw
Have
that.
some more
Somebody did you
wine.
post that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were like, we were all dying, but
Try the wine.
try the wine.
I say that in every liquor store that we ever go to.
Nobody
but
ever.
it was
Nobody knows what I'm talking
it was
about.
an enjoyable way to spend a Sunday afternoon. I'll just
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's one I haven't seen since film school because we had to read the book. For
Yeah.
film and lit class, we read the book and watched the movie. And like
On the Warner Brothers tour, they had in the prop house. They built the milk
a couple
bar.
Wow.
years ago, they just found all the stuff and had it in the
That's
prop
awesome.
house, which
We're
were
like,
like,
There's the milk bar. Oh, my God. And everybody's like, the what?
that was
Watch something.
That was cool, and just there,
Yeah.
it's just the people working there were like, oh, we found all this. Like, let's put it.
Let's make the milk bar.
I mean, I would. Yeah, like I just remember. Oh gosh, like I remember it being like Clockwork Orange among my friends. Like everybody's like, ooh, like, and
It's very
everyone-
collegey.
It's very collegey,
Yes.
and I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, I like elements of it. Like I like what it's doing, but as an overall, I'm like,
I think I like it better because I saw it outside of college. If I
Yeah.
saw it while I was in college, I would have instantly hated it because I hated everything that I was being told was important.
and I think like to be
yeah.
fair, I probably should rewatch it. Like. Because I know the bit is the ultra violence, but like that's what bothered me about
Right.
it was too violent, which is a weird thing for me to
Which it probably
say, 'cause-
wouldn't seem like
Yeah.
now.
Right.
40, 50 some years down
Yeah,
the road.
I don't know if it's like the 70s-ness of it that like pushes me away from it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's a weird time period of films being made where I'm like, like when movies come on Turner Classic, I'm like, what year was this made?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay.
Late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
There's 60s movies and there's 60s movies.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're kind of eye-rolling when they go by like, ugh.
Yeah.
Can everybody not be sweaty for no reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a. I don't know. There's a certain filmmaking style that I can't quite put my finger on, but I'm like always like, I kind of like that.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing with that with the movie is I remember when seeing it maybe in high school or because it was this like revered
Right.
movie and like for,
I mean, it's super
for
pop
certain
culture,
years
yeah.
in like London I believe it was banned, it was like
Yeah.
rated X and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But there it's shockingly like it is like very darkly funny than I remember. Like, you know, and it's always like hindsight is always like, or watching it like later in life, or just like sometimes you give it like a 5-year break and like all of a sudden you're like, wow, like this is
Right, yeah.
kind of hits different.
I mean,
you know?
I've done that with other movies. Like, the biggest one is Casablanca. Like, I
Sure.
hated that one in college. And then, like, now it's one of my favorites.
Sure.
So
And
it's
then
like just that.
you revisit
I need
like 10 years ago. And you're
Yeah.
like, this is different now.
Yeah, and like we were talking about something too, like the Corman stuff, like watching it as like in your head that it's all satire. So like I feel like if I came back at Clockwork with that in my head, I would feel better about it. But like, I think I don't know, something about all the violence in it was I did not like. Or I was like,
Oh yeah, I mean, it's still horrific, but I think it's meant to show.
I mean, I know
It's doing something.
Yes,
I understand that.
Yeah,
don't have that affinity in my heart
Yeah.
for it, where I'm like,
yeah.
The other one I watched to Adam's chagrin was I've been really wanting to watch 30 Days of Night again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which we watched together for the first time you saw it.
Yeah,
like,
it just came out on
years,
streaming.
years and years ago.
Or something.
And like you were like, what is this? And then you're like, oh.
Yeah, it did not hit with me very well.
And then we started it, and he's like, wait. Is this
I remember
the one
not
there in
liking this.
Alaska? And I'm like, you don't have to watch it with me. Like,
But I hung with it because, and you pointed out, like, there are very solid aspects to it.
Great stuff in that movie, and I think I wanted, like, the reason I'm drawn to it is because, like, it can be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why
It could
why
be
did
great.
it not land? And
Yeah.
it was another one, we watched it, like, this feels like another one somebody said cut a half hour out.
Well, there's just stuff missing where you're like, why are they all of a sudden in this?
Why is that character
Building.
not like that character? Like, shit that is just never paid off later.
Yeah, I mean, I like in my head in my notes, I was like, okay, like if they had edited it differently and let it like not shown the vampires right away, like it would have been so good because they're the scenes that are building, like it's there where they're like. What? Like it's
That
all
felt
this
like-
like question mark where they're
that
like,
felt like
wait,
another
what?
studio note. We got to see him earlier.
Yeah, and, you're like,
Yeah.
and it's unnecessary. Like they don't even need
they
those
don't.
scenes. Like
Yeah.
you don't even need all that stuff that they shoved in there. And like the Josh Hartnett character, who's like your hero, where you're like, why is he sacrificing himself at the end? Like I needed more up front, which I know it's based on a comic, so like.
Yeah.
Like you said, it feels like they had all this stuff, and then they're like, we have to cut all of it, and you're like, well, now none of it. Like I don't care about.
Now you're
any of it.
including things that you don't pay off, so don't include that.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was some missing. They made 80% of a movie, but the 20% was just kind of like the 80% that they had was very well crafted, and it had good effects and good lighting, and it actually had a very good look to it. It's
Oh, it looks great.
extremely.
Oh, yeah.
I have to look up
Yeah.
who shot it. It had an extreme contrasty look.
Like a comic book. It's
Right.
beautiful.
Even on the faces, like they were contrasty. They looked dirty even when they weren't dirty. Like it had this wonderful thing that was going on, but like some of the stuff that they were trying, they never revisited, and it just
the monsters are great.
Yeah.
Like there's genuine scary stuff in
Yeah.
it where I'm like, that's pretty good.
The bad guy in it,
He's wonderful.
Houston,
Yeah.
it's like John Houston's son. I know
okay.
that,
Yeah.
but it's like a few years ago they played this they played the film at the 12 Hours of Terror, and it was because like it had been a while since I had revisited, but it's like seeing him as the bad guy is like the start of him playing bad guy in like so many different movies like that. So. But that's like I think that was his OG like
he's wonderful.
the
Speaking,
monsters, the
whatever
villains
they're
are
speaking,
great.
Russian
Yes.
or
Yes.
something
No,
like that.
I think it's a made up link.
Is it made up?
Made that up. But it is like based on Russia.
Yeah.
Russian, I think.
No, it had really solid stuff, but
Yeah.
like what was the point of Renfield? What happened to Renfield?
Well, that's a great build with him, like where he's like.
He's a great character.
He's like, the
They're
internet's
coming.
out, and you just see him give like a look
side eye,
where he's
like-
like his eyes pop
He
open, and
knows.
he's like, oh, they're here. And then
did-
I was like, that's why, like,
they did
if they
great
edited it
bits
better,
with him.
it would have been
Yeah.
like, bam, like that. I don't know. It just, and again, like I like it's. I think that might be my third time watching it since it came out,
Yeah.
which was like what early 2000s or something. But like I think it's just always in my back, like especially when it's snowing, like in the back of my head where I'm like. I want to watch that. Like, I just really want it to be good.
Yes,
It's so close to being a good movie. It's
And
just
Josh
kind of
Hartnett,
a mess.
nobody is that attractive in Alaska as Josh Hartnett and the gal that's in it.
Our friends from Alaska are going to be very angry at you.
They are in a much more They're in a much more populated area of Alaska.
Sir.
They're not up in the hairy edge of the Arctic Circle.
You don't know. Maybe they're
super hot up there, working on the pipeline.
Maybe. Anyways, so like that was my end conclusion of the comfort movies. I was gonna try and watch something else again last night, like something new, and then Adam's like, "Come on," and then Bucket of Blood came on, and I was like, "Well,
we're in for this."
Watch this hour-long Corman movie that I've seen before."
Yeah, I guess the last thing I'll just throw out there is like that I've been trying to watch is I just bought this like a 4K of Ben-Hur.
Oh.
So I've been trying to tackle that
I've never
movie
seen that one, yeah.
Little by little. But I always get intimidated by when you see like the status bar at the bottom because
I do that too.
It's 3 hours. And,
oh
I do that
damn!
too.
It's 3 hours and 46.
Let's put the extended Lord of the Rings in instead.
But like the first 7 minutes is a overture.
Yeah.
There is an intermission.
Yeah.
And then the entree or the re-entrance,
Right.
and it was the same. Like I recorded the 10 Commandments off of TCM, which like that's what I've been doing now. Like with having YouTube TV, I like to watch like the intros, and then sometimes like I'll skip through it. But like I did kind of the same thing with 10 Commandments. I was like I skipped all the way to like the to watch like the seed party, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm good.
I've seen it.
But
I went to Catholic school, so we had to watch some of those in
Oh,
class,
yeah.
which meant we talked about this the other day. Like it's the whole week because your classes are so short.
Your
and the
class
movies
is
are so
40
long.
minutes long.
You're like, we're still watching Samson and Delilah.
But I'll say the
Day
4K
5.
for Ben-Hur, if you have like the proper 4K
Looks okay.
setup, my God, like the chariot race is incredible. There's these scenes in the boat.
Right.
Oh my God. But it's it is. I mean, it's a very entertaining movie. It's long, but like you have to really like. I just always have this habit of trying to start it at like 11 o'clock at night, and that's just it's never good.
I know.
No.
There's certain movies.
You get up at like 4:30 or something.
Yeah, the daunting ones where it's like this movie's 3.5 hours long, and you're like, I'd love to watch it, and then I never watch. Like there's
Right.
I still haven't seen Killers of the Flower Moon, which
Yeah.
I really want to watch.
Because that's all anybody ever talked about was how long ass movie that was.
Oh gosh, and like I don't know. Like I think it's just a psychological.
It is
where you're like.
It is a long film,
Yeah.
but I will say you're with Thelma Schoonmaker, and she knows how to make a long film feel much shorter.
So you can clip it along.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying it's like one of those like not tonight, and then I forget about it, and it's been like how many years since that movie came out, and I
It's
still
been
have
like
yet
6-8 years
to
since
watch
that
it.
came out. Not that long, but 5 years.
There's a lot of those that happen where I'm like, oh, completely just like somebody will mention it, I'm like, oh, I never did watch that.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like not that I don't want to, I just too many things. Too many things.
True.
All right, let's end with trivia. It's behind you.
Yeah.
All right. We've done a couple of these. So we have the trivia that we bought from the Academy Museum in LA. We have several categories.
Comedy, 90s, 80s,
Sci-fi, 80s,
rom-com,
90s,
Oh, okay.
sci-fi,
drama.
horror.
comedy, action, adventure. Yeah. What do you want?
Guess we'll go 80s.
Okay. I was like, it's getting smaller and smaller in that category. Okay, yeah, I only have a couple left.
Because it's us.
Well, right. It gets picked
I'm
a
letting
lot.
go of this.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. For something bad happens. Okay.
We still have not burned through these
Wow.
yet.
You want to talk? Totally at random. You saw, even though it was on our lap, and we totally could have rigged this. But
It's at random.
which Star Trek actor plays a part of Gordy in Stand By Me?
Oh,
I know this.
Gordy. Wait a
I
minute.
know this.
I just watched it. Oh, Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
I had a giant
Yes.
crush on Will
I'm
Wheaton.
not even turning it
I was
over.
like, I know this.
To which year did Marty McFly travel in time in Back to the Future 1?
1955.
Correct.
Yeah. I was like, these are questions made for Mike Wendt. What are we doing?
Yeah, this is.
It's like
Maybe I should have picked something harder.
Yeah.
There might be one in here that will not fly, but probably not this one. What is the name of Sarah Connor's future son?
John Connor.
There we go. What is the name of the baby in 3 Men and a Baby?
Ooh.
I have not seen that
Yeah.
since.
I've seen it
The
in
80s.
the 80s.
I saw it in the 80s.
I had to look.
I've seen 3 Men and a Little Lady
Right.
a few times, and I want to. Oh boy.
I did see this
I'm
one
gonna
in the
say. I want to say Shelley, but I feel like that's wrong.
It is Mary.
Mary.
And in Pretty in Pink, where did Andy work after school?
It was a record store.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
dressmaking shop.
Oh, God. It wasn't a dress.
Is it like, are they asking for the
Wait, she
specific name of the record store?
It just says, where did she work after school?
Oh, yeah.
It was. She worked at the record store, right?
It is a record store
Yeah.
called Trax.
Yeah,
Tracks.
I would never have
So good.
come up with that.
Yeah, it makes the worst dress humans have ever made.
Pretty in Pink is my least
Least favorite.
so I don't watch that one as
Yeah.
much out of the John Hughes
Yeah.
universe.
Correct.
And then which tracks that Some Kind of Wonderful is just
Yeah.
Pretty in Pink again, but she ends up with Ducky, like the Ducky character, and I
Yeah,
was like,
they
I like
redid it.
Some Kind of Wonderful much better.
I definitely
Yeah.
am a big Some Kind of Wonderful fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly for Elias Cote or Cotes.
Oh, yeah.
The skinhead guy.
Yeah.
He's his friend.
Because they do a scene at
or
the
not, maybe not skinhead.
at the Hollywood Bowl. So when I went to the
Yes.
Hollywood Bowl, I was like, "This is where they shot Some Kind of Wonderful," and everybody. I mean, nobody. knows.
Nobody who you were with would know that.
I was like, "This is cool."
John Hughes, blink, blink.
Yeah, that's okay. Nobody ever knows what I'm talking about.
No.
All right. Well, I guess that was our show, and then we'll be back again next week, and we'll see what season 2 brings
Yes.
in the structure when I have time to figure it out.
Thanks for coming, Mr. Mike.
Yes,
Thank you for
being on
having
the
me
show.
again, and congrats on the film festival.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And head out to the festival.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you there.
Watch lots of films.